My dear one, come closer. I need you to listen, not with your ears, but with your heart. Because what I am about to tell you could change everything. Not tomorrow, not someday. Tonight, you feel tired, don't you? Empty, broken, as if life keeps asking more from you and giving almost nothing in return. But here is the truth. Everything you've lost, everything you've endured, everything that has hurt you was never a punishment. It was preparation for a life that your soul is ready for, but your past self could never carry. And my dear one, listen closely. Allah honors those who finally honor themselves. Yes, those very souls who finally stand up, refuse to shrink and say, I deserve peace, I deserve dignity, I deserve blessings. Tonight, I will show you why your struggles, delays, and pain were never meaningless. Tonight, I will reveal the silent signs that your life is changing, even if you cannot see it yet. Tonight, you will discover how to rise above the people, the circumstances, and the doubts that have held you back. But you must stay, because what comes next is not easy to hear. It is not simple to understand. It is a truth most people never realize until it is too late. So pay attention, hold on to every word, because by the end of this hour, you will either recognize your worth or continue to live beneath your potential. And I promise you, once you understand this, your life will never be the same again. Honor yourself and watch Allah elevate you. My dear one, come closer. Just for a moment, let us pause the world outside. Let us pause the noise, the rush, the demands. Take a deep breath, inhale slowly and exhale. Let your heart feel the stillness. I want to speak to that quiet part of you, the part that feels unseen, the part that has been bending, breaking, giving until there is almost nothing left. Do you feel it? That tiredness inside you? The one that makes your heart heavy at times. The one that whispers, I cannot go on, I am not enough. Yes, my dear one, I see it, I feel it too. You have been honoring everyone else, always saying yes, always sacrificing, always shrinking your own light. And now Allah is telling you, enough. Enough of bending for people who never truly value you. Enough of dimming your light so others can shine. Enough of letting the world decide your worth. Do you hear that? That is the sound of your soul waking up. That is the whisper inside saying, it is time to honor myself, to stand in my truth, to reclaim my dignity. And when that moment comes, when you finally stand tall, when you look into your own heart and say, I deserve respect, I deserve peace, I deserve dignity, do you know what happens? The heavens lean closer, the angels pause. Doors that you never even noticed begin to open quietly, perfectly, at the exact right time. People who see your worth, they begin to find their way to you naturally. The ones who were meant to bless your life, they come like gentle wind, like sunlight after a storm. Honoring yourself is not pride, my dear one. It is not arrogance. It is not turning away from humility. Honoring yourself is simply acknowledging the dignity Allah placed in you the day He created you. It is seeing your own light and refusing to hide it. It is telling your soul, I matter, I am worthy. I will not let anyone or anything take my peace away. Pause for a moment. Reflect. How long have you been shrinking yourself? How many times have you let someone else's words or opinions define your value? How many nights have you cried quietly, feeling unseen, unheard, unworthy? My dear one, all of that ends today. Yes, today, because the very act of honoring yourself is an act of obedience to Allah. Because your soul is precious and it deserves to be treated as such. Imagine a seed buried in darkness for months, even years. It waits patiently, unseen, unheard. Then one day, it decides to push through the soil. It reaches for the sun, breaking through the weight of dirt, of darkness, of neglect. And the world begins to notice. The sun begins to touch it. The rain nourishes it. The tree begins to grow strong, unshakable, majestic. You are that seed. You have been buried under the expectations, the judgments, the disappointments. But now it is your time to rise. And when you rise, the world will begin to see you differently. The energy around you will shift. People who were draining your soul will drift away naturally. People who were meant to uplift you will draw near. Do not fear this transformation. Do not fear standing tall, even if your legs tremble. Do not fear speaking your truth, even if your voice shakes. Because every step you take toward honoring yourself is a step that Allah has already prepared blessings for. Every decision you make to protect your peace is a decision that will ripple through your life in ways you cannot yet see. And know this, my dear one, the process may feel slow at times. It may feel quiet. It may feel as though nothing is changing. But that is only a test of patience, a test of faith, a test of whether you truly believe in the honor that Allah has placed within you. When you persevere, when you continue to honor yourself quietly, steadily, you will notice small miracles, small moments of joy that were always meant for you, small doors opening where there were walls before, small signs that your soul is finally walking on the path it was created for. Take a moment and reflect. How long have you been waiting for the world to notice you? How long have you sought approval from people who cannot give it? My dear one, the world will never truly honor you the way Allah does. No applause, no praise, no recognition can ever compare to the quiet, perfect honor that flows from the heavens. And when you finally honor yourself, when you finally set boundaries, when you finally say no to what drains you and yes to what uplifts you, you will feel it. A weight lifted from your heart, a clarity in your mind, a lightness in your soul, and a peace that you may have never known before. Yes, honoring yourself is a revolution. It is a quiet revolution, invisible to many, but immensely powerful, because it is a revolution of your soul. Pause, breathe, reflect. Do you feel it? The whisper inside telling you it is time. It is time to honor yourself. It is time to rise. It is time to reclaim your dignity. And my dear one, when you do, when you honor yourself in the quiet, perfect way Allah intended, your life will begin to change. Not overnight, but steadily. Not loudly, but profoundly. Not for the world to notice, but for your soul to feel. The doors will open, the right people will appear, the wrong people will drift away. The peace you have been searching for will begin to settle inside you quietly, perfectly, divinely. This is the power of honoring yourself. This is the gift Allah has been waiting for you to claim. This is the beginning of your true elevation. Do you realize how much courage it takes to honor yourself? It is not a small act. It is not simple. It is a struggle that tests your soul every single day. To say, I am worthy of peace, I am worthy of respect, I am worthy of dignity, requires facing your fears, facing the voices that told you you were never enough, facing the memories of those who tried to diminish you. And yet, here you are, listening to these words. Here you are, letting them sink into your heart. Here you are, daring to believe that you too can rise. Imagine a river flowing gently but powerfully. It encounters rocks, it encounters debris, it faces obstacles at every turn. Yet, the river does not stop. It does not turn back. It does not apologize for the force it carries. It finds its path. It carves its way. It moves forward until it reaches the ocean. You are like that river, my dear one. You have faced rocks, obstacles and debris, but your soul is moving forward. Your heart is carving a path toward peace, dignity and honor. Every small act of self-respect, every boundary you set, every time you walk away from what harms you is a ripple in your river. And those ripples grow, they gather strength, and soon they create a wave that changes the entire course of your life. Pause for a moment, breathe. Think about the moments you let yourself be disrespected, the moments you ignored your own feelings for the sake of others, the moments you whispered apologies when your soul screamed no. It is over now, my dear one. It is over because you are waking up. It is over because your heart is remembering the dignity that Allah has placed within you, remembering the light that no one can take away. And let me tell you something. Honoring yourself is not just about protecting your soul. It is about creating a life that reflects your worth. It is about standing in your truth so that the world around you begins to respect it too. It is about showing others, not through anger, not through words, but through the simple, quiet power of living with honor. Do you see it, my dear one? There is a strength in peace. There is a power in quiet dignity. There is a revolution in standing tall without demanding recognition from the world. Every person who tried to undervalue you, every voice that whispered lies about your worth, they have no power when you honor yourself. Your peace, your boundaries, your dignity, these are invincible shields that no one can take away. And here is a truth that will change your life. When you honor yourself, you create a life that others cannot take from you. A life that is aligned with Allah's plan for you. A life where blessings flow naturally because you are finally walking in the path you were always meant to walk. Now, imagine the mornings that will come. You wake up and instead of feeling heavy, burdened or unseen, you feel light, you feel peace, you feel strength in knowing that you no longer bend for those who cannot appreciate you. You no longer shrink for those who do not value your soul. And the world begins to notice, not because you demand it, but because your energy, your presence, your dignity, it radiates in a way that cannot be ignored. People who are meant to lift you up, they find you. Opportunities that were hidden, they reveal themselves. Doors that seemed closed forever, they open. And your soul whispers quietly, this is what it feels like to honor yourself. Pause again, reflect deeply. Every time you protect your heart, every time you refuse to settle for less than you deserve, Every time you walk away from what diminishes you, you are planting seeds. Seeds that grow into gardens of peace, joy, love, and divine blessings. Do not rush this process, my dear one. Do not despair if the change feels slow. The river does not carve the mountain in a single day. The seed does not grow into a tree overnight. But with patience, perseverance, and faith, the growth is unstoppable. And remember, this is not just about survival. This is about elevation. This is about moving from a life of compromise, of giving endlessly without replenishing yourself, to a life of dignity, honor, and divine alignment. When you honor yourself, you are declaring to the universe, I matter, my peace matters, my soul matters. And Allah honors this declaration in ways that are subtle yet overwhelmingly powerful. A meeting that changes your life, a word that lifts your heart, a blessing that arrives when you least expect it, but exactly when you need it. Pause, take a deep breath, feel it. This is your turning point. This is the moment your soul begins to reclaim its dignity. This is the moment you realize your worth was never dependent on anyone else. It was always inside you, waiting for you to notice, waiting for you to honor it. And when you honor yourself, your soul begins to glow, your mind begins to clear, your heart begins to trust, and your life begins to align beautifully, perfectly, divinely. Stand in your truth, even when it hurts. My dear one, come closer, just for a moment. Let us pause the world, just for a little while. Take a deep breath and let your heart settle. Tonight, I want to speak to you about truth. Your truth. The part of you that has been silenced, hidden, ignored. The part of you that whispers quietly inside, I know who I am, I know what I deserve, but I cannot show it. How long have you been saying yes when your heart screamed no? How many times have you bent only to make others comfortable? How many nights have you swallowed your words only to feel emptier the next day? This, my dear one, this is the cost of hiding your truth. This is the cost of putting the world above your own soul. And yet, here you are, listening. Here you are, daring to imagine a life where your truth is not hidden, where your voice is not silenced. And Allah is telling you, it is time to stand in your truth, even if it hurts. Pause, reflect. The truth is not always comfortable. The truth is not always easy. Sometimes it will cut through the silence like a sharp blade. Sometimes it will feel heavy, uncomfortable, even lonely. But my dear one, know this. A life without truth, a life built on compromise, on bending, on hiding, that is a life that diminishes the soul. That is a life that never reaches the dignity Allah intended for you. Standing in your truth, even when it hurts, is not an act of pride. It is not rebellion. It is courage. It is faith. It is the soul speaking in its purest language. I matter. My feelings matter. My boundaries matter. Let me tell you a story. Imagine a tree planted in the middle of a storm. Every wind pushes it sideways. Every storm bends its branches. It could bend forever. It could snap and fall. But the tree refuses to break. It stands in its truth, its nature, its roots, its purpose. Even when the storm hurts, even when the winds try to destroy it, it grows, it strengthens, it rises toward the sky, tall, proud, unwavering. You are like that tree, my dear one. Every time you stand in your truth, even when it hurts, you are growing, you are strengthening, you are becoming unshakable. Now, let us speak plainly. There are people in your life who will not like it when you stand in your truth. There are people who will try to pull you back, to make you small, to silence you again. There will be whispers, criticism, judgment. There will be moments when you feel alone, isolated, misunderstood. And yet, that is exactly the test. That is the moment that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. That is the moment when Allah is preparing to honor your soul. Do you see it? Pain, discomfort, resistance. These are not punishments. They are signs that you are standing on the path of your soul's elevation. They are signs that your truth is powerful. They are signs that your dignity is finally being recognized by you and by Allah. Pause, take a deep breath, reflect. Every time you speak your truth, every time you refuse to bend for the wrong people, every time you walk away from what diminishes your soul, you are planting seeds. Seeds that will grow into respect. Seeds that will grow into honor. Seeds that will grow into peace. And even if the world does not see it, even if the world does not applaud, know this, my dear one, Allah sees it. Allah honors it. Allah rewards the soul that stands firm in its truth. Now, imagine your life if you never hid your truth. Imagine waking up each day, speaking your mind, living your values, protecting your heart. Imagine the clarity, the confidence, the peace that flows through every decision you make. Imagine doors opening, people arriving, opportunities aligning, not because you begged the world to notice, but because you finally allowed yourself to be seen fully, authentically, powerfully. And yes, my dear one, the path of truth is not free of pain. It is not easy. It will test you. It will challenge you. But every moment of discomfort, every moment of doubt is shaping you into the person Allah always intended you to be. Pause for a moment. Reflect again. How many times have you compromised your truth for comfort? How many times have you stayed silent for fear of conflict, of judgment, of loneliness? How many times have you let fear dictate your life? It is over, my dear one. It is over because you are waking up. You are remembering who you are. You are reclaiming your voice. You are reclaiming your power. And when you do, the world will begin to see you differently. Not because you demand it, not because you prove anything, but because your truth shines unmistakably, unshakably, beautifully. Now, my dear one, let us continue. Standing in your truth, even when it hurts, is one of the bravest things a soul can do. It is not about being loud. It is not about confrontation. It is about quiet courage, the courage to say, this is who I am. I will no longer hide. I will no longer diminish myself. And yes, it will hurt. It will hurt because the world has grown accustomed to your silence. It will hurt because some people have built their comfort on your compromise. It will hurt because the soul cannot speak truth without shaking the walls that were built around it. But my dear one, every pang of discomfort is a sign that your soul is awakening, a sign that your life is realigning, a sign that the elevation you have been waiting for is beginning quietly, perfectly, divinely. Think about it. How many times have you ignored your instincts? How many times have you swallowed your feelings, fearing what others might think? How many times have you allowed someone else's opinion to define your worth? All of that stops today, because truth does not wait for permission. Truth does not ask for approval. Truth does not beg the world to understand. Truth simply is. And when you finally honor it, when you finally live it, Allah honors it. Your soul is honored. Your heart is lifted. Your life begins to flow in ways you could never imagine. Let me paint you a picture, my dear one. Imagine a candle in a dark room. For years it has been covered. For years it has been hidden under jars, under boxes, under the weight of fear and doubt. One day the cover is lifted. One day it is placed in the open, and suddenly the light spreads. The darkness cannot resist it. The shadows retreat. The room transforms. You are that candle, my dear one. Every time you stand in your truth, even when it hurts, you let your light shine. You remove the covers that have hidden your brilliance. You illuminate the world around you, not to seek validation, but because your soul was meant to glow. Pause for a moment, reflect deeply. There will be people who resist your truth. There will be people who do not like it. There will be moments when you feel isolated, misunderstood, even attacked. But remember this, their discomfort is not your problem. Their inability to see your worth is not your burden. You are responsible for your soul. You are responsible for your peace. You are responsible for standing in the dignity Allah has placed within you. And when you do, even the universe begins to shift. Opportunities arrive. Blessings appear. People who are meant to be in your life find their way. People who are not drift away quietly. Now, my dear one, take a deep breath and imagine something else. Imagine walking through life without fear of hiding yourself. Imagine speaking your mind, living your values, protecting your heart without guilt, without hesitation, without compromise. How would your mornings feel? How would your relationships feel? How would your soul feel? Peaceful, free, strong, aligned. Yes, it will hurt at first. Yes, some doors will close. Yes, some people will leave. But every time your truth hurts, remember, it is working for you. It is clearing space for the life you were always meant to live. It is protecting your soul from those who would diminish it. It is preparing the world to honor the dignity you have finally claimed. Pause, breathe, reflect. Truth is a shield. Truth is a light. Truth is a river that flows, unstoppable, carving paths where there were walls. And standing in your truth, even when it hurts, is the strongest declaration of self-respect you can make. It is a message to the universe. I will not compromise my soul. I will not settle for less than I deserve. I will no longer bend for those who cannot see my worth. And Allah honors this declaration. He honors the soul that refuses to diminish itself. He honors the heart that refuses to settle for compromise. He honors the life that begins to align with its true purpose, its true dignity, its true peace. Now, my dear one, let us take one final reflection. Every time you feel pain, every time you feel resistance, every time you fear judgment or loneliness, remember, these are signs of elevation. These are signs that your soul is stepping into its true power. These are signs that you are being prepared for a life of honor, respect, and divine alignment. Do not rush it. Do not doubt it. Do not fear it. Step by step, moment by moment, truth by truth, you are reclaiming your life. You are reclaiming your dignity. You are reclaiming your peace. And my dear one, there is no greater blessing in this world than to live aligned with your truth. There is no greater strength than the courage to stand even when it hurts. There is no greater honor than to finally allow your soul to shine authentically, perfectly, divinely. Take a deep breath, reflect, feel it. This is your path. This is your revolution. This is your elevation. Stand in your truth, even when it hurts, and watch as Allah begins to honor your soul. As doors open, as blessings flow, as peace settles, as your life begins to reflect the dignity and respect you have finally given to yourself, change within and your world changes. My dear one, come close. Take a deep breath slowly and let your heart settle. Let the noise of the world fade for a moment, just for a little while. Tonight, I want to speak to you about change. Not the change you see around you, not the change you can control, but the change that begins deep inside, the change that starts quietly in your thoughts, your intentions, your soul. Do you realize, my dear one, that your outer world is only a reflection of your inner world? Every relationship, every opportunity, every challenge, all of it mirrors what is happening inside you. If your mind is clouded with doubt, your world will feel uncertain. If your heart is heavy with fear or resentment, your world will reflect struggle and difficulty. If your soul is confined by compromise, your world will appear limited and constrained. And yet, when you begin to change within, when you choose to cleanse your heart, purify your intentions, and align your thoughts with truth, the world around you begins to shift quietly, perfectly, divinely. Pause for a moment, breathe, reflect. Imagine a pond, still, quiet, reflecting the sky. If the water is murky, the reflection is distorted. But when the water is clear, suddenly the sky appears perfectly mirrored. The sunlight dances on the surface. The beauty is undeniable. You are that pond, my dear one. Your thoughts, your heart, your intentions, they are the water. When you purify them, cleanse them, and nurture them, your world begins to reflect beauty, clarity, and alignment. Think about the small changes you can make. The way you speak to yourself, the thoughts you allow to occupy your mind, the energy you choose to carry. Each small choice is a seed that grows into ripples, ripples that touch every corner of your life, every relationship, every opportunity, every interaction. And yes, my dear one, change is not always easy. Change requires courage. Change requiert patience. Change requires faith. Faith that the effort you put into your inner world will bear fruit in your outer world. Let me tell you a story, my dear one. There was once a gardener who wished for a garden full of flowers. He planted seeds, he watered them, he tended to them, but the garden remained barren for a long time. One day, he realized the soil itself was tainted. No matter how much water or sunlight he provided, the roots could not grow strong. So he worked on the soil, he nurtured it, he purified it, and slowly, patiently, the garden began to bloom. Flowers appeared where there had been nothing. Colors emerged where there had been only gray. Fragrance filled the air where there had been emptiness. You are that garden, my dear one. The soil is your heart. The roots are your intentions. The seeds are your actions. Nurture your inner world. Purify your heart. Align your intentions with truth. And your life will bloom in ways you cannot yet imagine. Pause. Reflect. How often have you looked at your life and wondered why blessings seem distant? How often have you asked, why do I struggle while others succeed? The answer, my dear one, is often within you. Your outer world cannot outpace the condition of your inner world. Your reality reflects the thoughts you believe, the feelings you carry, the boundaries you set or fail to set. Change within and your world changes. It is not magic. It is divine alignment. It is the law of creation, quietly perfect, infinitely powerful. Let us speak plainly. When you choose to forgive, when you choose to release resentment, when you choose to let go of fear, your world begins to change. When you choose to embrace gratitude, when you choose to focus on what is right instead of what is wrong, when you choose to see opportunities instead of obstacles, your life begins to reflect abundance. When you choose to love yourself, when you set boundaries, when you honor your soul, the people around you begin to respect you. The doors around you begin to open. The universe begins to align, all quietly, divinely, perfectly. Now, my dear one, take a moment to reflect. How often do we seek change from the outside? How often do we demand transformation from people, circumstances, or the world? Yet true change begins inside, always inside. A small shift in your thinking, a quiet change in your habits, a courageous act of self-respect. These are the sparks that ignite a revolution in your life. Imagine just for a moment that your inner world is like a canvas. Every thought, every feeling, every action is a brushstroke. For years, you may have allowed negativity, fear, doubt, or resentment to paint your canvas, but today you can choose to repaint it. You can choose colors of courage, faith, love, and dignity. And when you do, your world will begin to reflect this masterpiece. Quietly, beautifully, divinely. Pause, breathe, let this sink in. Change within and your world changes. The people you meet, the opportunities you encounter, the blessings you receive, they are all reflections of the transformation happening inside your soul. And remember, my dear one, this is not instant. It is not always visible at first. Sometimes you will feel nothing. Sometimes the world will seem the same. But inside, your soul is shifting. Inside, your energy is realigning. Inside, the foundation of your life is being rebuilt, stronger, wiser, more aligned with the dignity Allah intended for you. Change begins quietly. It begins in the thoughts you allow to linger in your mind. It begins in the words you speak to yourself, softly, gently, with care. It begins in the intentions you set, not for show, not for recognition, but for the soul that Allah has placed within you. And this change, this transformation does not happen overnight. It is patient, it is subtle, it is steady, like water carving its way through stone. Every moment of self-reflection, every choice to act with integrity, every step toward courage is shaping a reality that aligns with your soul's highest purpose. Pause, reflect. Think of your heart as a mirror. If the mirror is clouded with anger, resentment, or doubt, everything it reflects will appear distorted. But when you polish the mirror, when you cleanse it with forgiveness, faith, and love, suddenly the reflection is clear. Suddenly your world is brighter, lighter, more beautiful, all because you changed within. Let me share something with you, my dear one. There are people who spend their entire lives searching outside, searching for happiness, for peace, for fulfillment, and they never find it because they look in the wrong place. They expect the world to change instead of allowing themselves to change. The truth is simple. If you want your world to change, start within. Start with your thoughts. Start with your heart. Start with your intentions. When your soul is at peace, when your heart is aligned with truth, when your mind is focused on what is right, your world cannot help but reflect this change. Imagine, my dear one, a garden neglected for years. Weeds have grown, soil is hardened, flowers are gone. It may seem hopeless, it may seem impossible, but with patience, with care, with dedication, the gardener clears the weeds, nourishes the soil, plants new seeds, and slowly the garden blooms once again. Your inner world is that garden. Every thought you clear, every emotion you nurture, every habit you realign is like planting a seed of beauty, abundance, and divine blessings. Pause and breathe. Reflect deeply. Do not underestimate small changes. Do not dismiss quiet acts of growth. Do not ignore the power of aligning your thoughts with truth. Each act, each decision is a brush stroke in the masterpiece of your life. Each act, each moment of inner transformation is a step closer to the world, reflecting the peace, dignity, and blessings you deserve. Now, my dear one, let us speak plainly. There will be challenges. There will be resistance. The world may not seem to change at first. Some days it may feel like nothing is happening, but every step you take within, every effort you make to purify your heart, strengthen your intentions, and live with integrity is moving the universe quietly in your favor. It is aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities all to reflect the transformation happening inside your soul. Think of it, a small candle in a dark room. At first, it seems insignificant, but gradually the light spreads. It illuminates the corners. It chases away shadows. It transforms the entire room. Your inner change is that candle. It may seem small, quiet, invisible, but the light it creates touches everything. Your relationships, your work, your peace, your joy, your soul itself. Now, reflect again, my dear one. Have you been waiting for life to get easier? Have you been waiting for the world to treat you fairly? Have you been waiting for blessings to appear without first tending to your inner world? The secret, my dear one, is that blessings follow alignment, peace follows clarity, joy follows intention, abundance follows transformation. Change within and your world changes. It is a law. It is a divine principle. It is the way Allah has created life quietly, perfectly in His wisdom. Take a deep breath and imagine this. Every thought you choose, every feeling you nurture, every word you speak, every action you take, all of it shapes the reality you experience. And my dear one, even if the change is slow, even if it feels invisible, even if the world does not notice, know that inside your soul is transforming. Inside your mind is clearing. Inside your heart is aligning with divine purpose. And when the time is right, your world will reflect this inner transformation quietly, perfectly, divinely. Pause, reflect deeply. Your outer world cannot outpace your inner world. Your reality mirrors your thoughts, your intentions, your soul. And when you change within, your world inevitably changes too. Do not rush it. Do not despair. Do not compare. Step by step, breath by breath, moment by moment, you are transforming. You are evolving. You are aligning with the life Allah intended for you. Now, my dear one, take one final reflection. Every small effort to change, every choice to live with integrity, every act of inner courage is a declaration to your soul and to Allah. I am ready, I am aligning, I am transforming. And Allah honors this transformation. He blesses it quietly, perfectly, powerfully. Doors open, opportunities arise, people arrive, peace settles. All because you chose to change within and your world reflects it. Take a deep breath, feel it, believe it. Change begins inside and your world, my dear one, will follow. Set boundaries and watch respect flow. My dear one, come close. Take a deep breath slowly and let your heart settle. Tonight, I want to speak to you about something very important, something that can change your life quietly, perfectly, and permanently. I want to speak about boundaries. You see, boundaries are not walls. They are not barriers meant to shut others out. Boundaries are declarations of dignity. They are the respect you give to yourself, the respect you quietly demand from the world. For years, you may have allowed people to cross lines, to take from you without giving, to diminish your peace, your joy, your energy, because you feared confrontation, because you feared loneliness, because you feared being disliked. But my dear one, Allah is reminding you tonight, it is time to set boundaries. It is time to honor your soul. It is time to protect the dignity He has placed within you. Pause, reflect. Boundaries are not selfish. They are not unkind. They are necessary. Because if you do not respect yourself, how can you expect others to respect you? Setting boundaries is the first step toward freedom. Freedom from toxic relationships. Freedom from unnecessary pain. Freedom from exhaustion, from compromise, from giving endlessly without replenishing yourself. Imagine a river flowing freely. If the banks are weak, the river spills, flooding everything, losing its way. But when the banks are strong, when the river respects its limits, it flows powerfully, beautifully, purposefully. Your boundaries are like those riverbanks, my dear one. They do not limit your life. They channel your energy. They protect your peace. They allow you to flow toward the life Allah intended for you. Let us speak plainly. When you set boundaries, you will face resistance. People who have grown accustomed to your compromise, people who have benefited from your silence, they will push back. Some will criticize. Some will withdraw. Some will test you. And yet, this is exactly the moment that proves your strength. This is the moment when your soul is being elevated. This is the moment when respect begins to flow, first within, then outward, gradually, divinely, perfectly. Pause and reflect. Think about your life. How often have you felt exhausted, overwhelmed, or unappreciated? How often have you given endlessly and received little in return? How often have you said yes when your heart screamed no? All of that can change, my dear one, simply by honoring yourself with boundaries. When you say, this is what I will allow, this is what I will not tolerate, you are teaching the world how to treat you. And more importantly, you are teaching your soul that it is worthy of respect. Imagine this, my dear one. A garden without fences, everyone walks through, tramples the flowers, takes what they want, leaves behind destruction. The gardener feels powerless. Now imagine the same garden with clear boundaries, paths clearly marked, fences erected, flowers protected, space respected. The garden thrives, the flowers bloom, the air is fragrant, the energy is peaceful, balanced, alive. Your life is that garden. Boundaries are not walls, they are protection, they are cultivation, they are the space where respect flows naturally, quietly, perfectly. Pause, reflect deeply. Every time you allow someone to cross your line, every time you neglect your own needs for the comfort of others, you teach the world and yourself that your peace is optional. But when you set boundaries, when you honor your limits, when you protect your energy, you are declaring to the universe, I matter, my soul matters, my dignity matters. And my dear one, Allah honors that declaration. Respect will flow first from your soul, then from those who are meant to be in your life. Opportunities will align. People who value you will arrive. Your life will begin to reflect the dignity and peace you have cultivated. Pause again, breathe. Boundaries are not punishment. Boundaries are not rejection. Boundaries are love. Love for yourself, love for your soul, love for the life Allah has entrusted to you. Every time you set a boundary, every time you honor your peace, every time you refuse to compromise your dignity, you are planting seeds. Seeds of respect, seeds of peace, seeds of divine alignment. And these seeds grow quietly, powerfully, until your life blooms in ways you could never imagine. Reflect now, my dear one. There will be fear, there will be doubt, there will be moments when you question whether it is worth it. But remember, your peace, your dignity, your soul, they are priceless. No relationship, no approval, no comfort is worth sacrificing them. Boundaries protect your soul, and when your soul is protected, everything else aligns. Take a deep breath, feel it, absorb it. Your boundaries, your limits, your respect for yourself are the most powerful acts of love you can offer to yourself and the world. And when you finally embrace them, you will notice something extraordinary. Respect will flow, opportunities will flow, peace will flow, and your life quietly, perfectly begins to reflect the honor you have finally given yourself. Pain is a sign of your elevation. My dear one, come close. Take a deep breath slowly and let your heart settle. Tonight I want to speak to you about something you may have feared, resisted, or misunderstood. I want to speak about pain. Yes, pain. that weight in your chest, that ache in your heart, that struggle in your mind and soul. I know it feels heavy. I know it feels endless. I know it feels unfair. But my dear one, what if I told you that pain is not a punishment? What if I told you that pain is a signal, a sign, a divine whisper from Allah? A sign that you are on the path of elevation, growth, transformation. Pause, reflect. Think of the caterpillar. It crawls, it struggles, it weaves itself into a cocoon. It endures confinement, darkness, pressure, pain. And when it emerges, it flies. It transforms into something beautiful, powerful, and free. Your struggles, your pain are like that cocoon. They are preparing you. They are molding you. They are shaping the soul that Allah wants you to become. Let me speak plainly, my dear one. Every ache you feel, every disappointment that breaks your heart, every challenge that tests your patience, every moment of fear, doubt, or despair, they are not signs that you have failed. They are signs that you are growing. They are signs that you are being elevated quietly, perfectly, divinely. Pause and breathe. Reflect. Imagine a diamond. It begins as a piece of coal buried deep in the earth. It is compressed. It is pressured. It endures intense heat and friction. If it were not for the pressure, if it were not for the pain, it would remain ordinary, unnoticed, unshaped. You are like that diamond, my dear one. Every trial you face, every heartbreak, every challenge, every moment of feeling small, weak, or overwhelmed, all of it is pressure shaping you into something extraordinary. Now, my dear one, reflect on your life. How many times have you prayed for ease? How many times have you wished for life to be lighter? How many times have you thought, why me? Why now? And yet, what if the pain you are feeling is the very thing that is preparing you for the life Allah has destined for you? What if every tear, every disappointment, every moment of struggle is a stepping stone toward elevation, toward honor, toward peace? Let me share something deeply important. Pain is often the signal that you are leaving the ordinary behind. Pain is the proof that you are moving out of comfort zones, out of patterns that no longer serve your soul. Pain is the doorway to transformation. And my dear one, transformation is never painless. Elevation is never comfortable. Growth is never easy, but it is always worth it. Pause, breathe, reflect. When you feel hurt, remember, it is not because Allah has abandoned you. It is not because life is punishing you. It is not because you are weak. It is because Allah is preparing you for something greater, something beyond your imagination, something beyond your current understanding. And when you emerge from the struggle, when you rise above the pain, you will be stronger, you will be wiser, you will be elevated. Imagine this, my dear one, a mountain climber scaling a peak. The climb is exhausting, the air is thin, the rocks are sharp. Every step feels impossible, and yet each step upward, each struggle, each moment of pain brings them closer to the summit. Pain is their guide. Pain is their teacher. Pain is the signal that elevation is near. You, my dear one, are on that climb. Your struggles are shaping you. Your pain is guiding you. Your elevation is approaching quietly, perfectly, divinely. pause and reflect again. How many times have you wanted to give up because the pain felt too heavy, because the struggle seemed endless, because your heart was weary? Do not fear the pain, my dear one. Do not resist it. Do not view it as failure. Pain is a sign of your elevation. Pain is a sign that your soul is growing. Pain is a sign that you are stepping into the life Allah has intended for you. Take a deep breath and imagine this. Every trial, every heartbreak, every moment of struggle is a teacher, a guide, a tool for elevation. Every tear that falls, every night you spend restless, every moment you feel broken, they are all shaping a version of you that is stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your destiny. Walk away from those who drain your soul. My dear one, come close. Take a deep breath slowly and let your heart settle. Tonight I want to speak to you about something that many avoid, yet it is vital for your peace, your dignity, and your soul. I want to speak about walking away. Walking away from those who drain your soul. Not with anger, not with hate, not with bitterness, but with clarity, with courage, with love for yourself. You see, my dear one, every soul has a certain energy. Some people lift you. Some people inspire you. Some people calm your heart. And then there are others, the ones who drain your joy, the ones who consume your energy, the ones who leave your heart heavy, your mind restless, your spirit dim. Pause, reflect. You have likely met them. The ones who always take, never give. The ones who criticize instead of encourage. The ones who sow doubt, fear, or negativity, even when you have done nothing wrong. And my dear one, for too long, perhaps you have tried to carry them. For too long, you have sacrificed your peace for their comfort. For too long, you have tried to fix what was never yours to fix. But Allah is reminding you tonight, not every battle is yours. Not every storm is yours to weather. Not every relationship deserves your energy. Pause and breathe. Imagine a garden. Some plants are meant to grow, flourish, and bloom. Others are weeds. If you nurture them, they strangle the flowers, steal the water, block the sunlight. Your garden will suffer. Your soul is that garden, my dear one. People who drain your energy, who belittle your peace, who dim your light, are the weeds. And it is your right, your responsibility to remove them. Let us speak plainly. Walking away is not weakness. Walking away is not abandonment. Walking away is not cruelty. Walking away is self-respect. Walking away is preservation. Walking away is wisdom. When you walk away from those who drain your soul, you make space for those who uplift it. You create room for love, peace, joy, and blessings. You allow your energy to flow freely without being consumed by negativity. Pause, reflect. Do not fear loneliness. Do not fear judgment. Do not fear the opinions of those who never truly valued you. Sometimes, my dear one, solitude is a blessing. Sometimes walking away is a gift to yourself. Sometimes leaving is the path to healing, clarity, and elevation. Imagine a river. If debris and dirt are allowed to remain, the water stagnates. It becomes heavy, polluted, unable to flow. But when the river is cleared, when obstacles are removed, it flows freely, powerfully, beautifully. bringing life, nourishment, and clarity wherever it goes. You are that river, my dear one. Your soul is meant to flow freely, not to be weighed down by those who drain you. Now, reflect deeply. How many times have you stayed in relationships, friendships, or environments because of fear, obligation, or guilt? How many times have you sacrificed your peace for someone who never cared about your heart? Allah is reminding you tonight, you are worthy of relationships that honor your soul. You are worthy of love that uplifts. You are worthy of peace that nourishes. And when you finally walk away from what drains you, your life begins to reflect that dignity, that honor, that divine alignment. Pause, breathe, feel it. Walking away does not close doors. It opens the right doors. It does not cut you off. It connects you to the people and opportunities you truly deserve. Every step you take away from energy vampires, every moment you refuse to give what is not reciprocated, every boundary you set, it is a declaration. I am valuable, I am worthy, my soul deserves peace. And my dear one, Allah honors that declaration. Respect will come, love will come, peace will come. Opportunities and blessings will flow quietly, perfectly, divinely. Pause again, reflect. There may be moments of guilt. There may be moments of doubt. There may be moments when your heart aches, thinking of what you are leaving behind. Do not fear it. Do not resist it. Do not see it as weakness. Pain and hesitation are natural, but remember, the temporary discomfort of walking away is nothing compared to the lifetime of peace, honor, and clarity that awaits you. Take a deep breath and imagine this. Your life as a garden, weeds removed, flowers nurtured, sunlight flowing freely, water nourishing only the plants that deserve it, air circulating freely. Your soul is thriving, your energy is restored, your peace is intact. Your life begins to reflect the respect and honor you have finally given yourself. Patience is the path to divine respect. My dear one, come close. Take a deep breath, slowly, and let your heart settle. Tonight, I want to speak to you about something simple, yet profoundly powerful. I want to speak about patience. Patience is more than waiting. Patience is more than enduring. Patience is not merely a passive act. Patience is a profound strength of the heart, a power of the soul, a declaration of trust in Allah. You see, my dear one, life will test you. Life will challenge your faith, your resolve, your dignity. Life will place obstacles in your path. People may doubt you, circumstances may oppose you, and your heart may feel weary. But it is in these moments that patience is revealed, not just as endurance, but as a pathway, a bridge, a vehicle to divine respect. Pause, reflect. Imagine a farmer. He plants seeds in the soil. He waters them. He nourishes them. He prays for their growth. But he does not uproot the seeds the next day. He does not demand instant blooms. He patiently waits, knowing that growth takes time, knowing that the process cannot be rushed, knowing that what is destined will arrive in its perfect time. You, my dear one, are like that seed. You are growing lowly, quietly, perfectly. And patience is the soil, the water, the sunlight that allows your growth to flourish. Let me speak plainly, my dear one. Impatience is the thief of blessings. Rushing the process, forcing outcomes, seeking approval or recognition before its time only leads to disappointment, frustration, and fatigue. But patience aligns you with divine timing. Patience preserves your dignity. Patience strengthens your soul. And the most beautiful truth is, when you are patient, quietly enduring, faithfully trusting, and steadfastly waiting, Allah notices. Divine respect begins to flow toward you, silently, powerfully, perfectly. Pause and breathe, reflect. Every test, every delay, every challenge is an invitation to patience, not as punishment, not as despair, but as an elevation of your heart and soul. The heart that is patient remains strong amidst trials, remains humble amidst successes, remains aligned amidst uncertainty. And my dear one, patience is not passive, it is active. It is a choice, a daily decision, a conscious act of faith and trust in Allah. Imagine a river, my dear one. It does not rush through the mountains. It flows steadily, following its course, carving valleys, shaping landscapes, not faster than it should, not slower than it must, but perfectly aligned with its journey. Your life is that river. Patience allows your journey to follow its divine course, to flow in alignment with the life Allah intended for you. Now, reflect deeply. How many times have you felt frustrated because life did not move according to your expectations? How many times have you doubted because blessings seemed delayed? How many times have you questioned because the world appeared unjust? Allah is reminding you tonight, patience is the pathway, the bridge, the key. Through patience, your dignity is preserved. Through patience, your soul is strengthened. Through patience, divine respect begins to flow into your life. Pause, breathe, feel it. Patience teaches you lessons that nothing else can. It teaches resilience. It teaches gratitude. It teaches humility. It teaches trust. It teaches the quiet power of alignment with divine wisdom. And my dear one, patience is always rewarded. Not always in ways you expect, not always in ways the world will notice, but always quietly, perfectly, divinely. Take a moment to reflect. My dear one, every delay, every challenge, every test is not a punishment. It is not a setback. It is a preparation. Your patience is like a seed planted in soil that seems hard and unyielding, but over time it grows roots, blossoms, and bears fruit beyond your imagination, beyond your effort, beyond your understanding. Pause again, reflect. Every relationship, every opportunity, every blessing requires patience to mature. Rushing the process may break the potential. Patience allows growth, alignment, divine respect, and ensures that what comes into your life is truly worthy of your soul. Imagine this, my dear one. A potter shaping clay. He does not rush the wheel. He does not force the form. He patiently molds the clay, carefully, gently, and in time, the masterpiece emerges. Your life is that clay. Patience is the wheel. Trust in the process. Trust in the divine shaping of your destiny. Patience is not simply waiting in silence. It is active faith. It is quiet strength. It is a soul aligned with the wisdom of Allah. When the world rushes, panics, and demands, the patient heart remains steadfast. The patient soul remains unshaken. The patient mind remains clear. Pause, reflect, think of a tree. It does not bear fruit in the first season. It does not bloom instantly. It waits silently, with roots deepening, branches strengthening, absorbing the sun, the rain, and the soil, until in the perfect time it blossoms abundantly. Your life is that tree, my dear one. Patience nurtures your roots. Patience strengthens your branches. Patience allows your blossoms to appear in their perfect season. Now, my dear one, reflect deeply. How often have you felt envy because others seem to succeed faster? How often have you felt fear because your dreams have not yet materialized? How often have you doubted because life does not move according to your timeline? Patience is the answer. Patience quiets the heart. Patience clarifies the mind. Patience aligns your soul with the path Allah has chosen for you. Imagine this, my dear one, a pearl hidden deep inside an oyster. It forms slowly over time through friction and pressure. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be forced. And yet it emerges radiant, perfect, valuable, unique. You are that pearl. Patience is the friction, the process, the shaping, and in time your soul shines with beauty, strength, and dignity. Pause and breathe. Reflect. Every delay, every trial, every test is an opportunity for patience to grow. Every moment of frustration, every moment of longing, every moment of doubt is a chance for your heart to trust Allah more deeply. And my dear one, when you cultivate patience, something extraordinary happens. Your soul is elevated, your character is refined, your mind is sharpened, your heart is strengthened. Let me speak plainly. Patience is not weakness. Patience is not resignation. Patience is not passive. Patience is a conscious act of strength. It is a choice to trust. Even when the path is unclear, it is a commitment to integrity. Even when the world rushes and pressures, it is the quiet courage to remain aligned with truth, honor, and divine timing. Pause, reflect, think about the greatest figures in history, the ones who endured hardship, the ones who faced trials, the ones who waited faithfully. They were patient. They did not rush. They did not panic. They remained steadfast. And in time, in their patience was rewarded. Their struggles bore fruit. Their lives reflected honor, dignity, and divine respect. Imagine again a mountain climber. The path is steep, the rocks are jagged, the air is thin, and yet every careful step, every measured breath, every moment of patience brings them closer to the summit. Patience is your climbing gear. Patience is your rope. Patience is your guiding hand. Without it, the climb is impossible. With it, every struggle becomes a stepping stone to elevation. Pause and reflect deeply. Every test in your life, every disappointment, every delay, every moment when you feel unseen or unheard, all of it is a teacher of patience. All of it is a reminder of divine timing. All of it is shaping you into someone worthy of honor respect, and blessings. Take a deep breath and imagine this. Every delay is a hidden blessing. Every trial is a hidden opportunity. Every moment of waiting is a secret step toward divine respect. When you are patient, when you endure with faith, when you trust in Allah's timing, you are planting seeds. Seeds of dignity, seeds of honor, seeds of blessings that will flow in ways beyond your imagination. Reflect again, my dear one. Patience is not easy. It is not instantaneous. It requires faith, courage, and perseverance. But remember, the longer you wait with integrity, the stronger your soul becomes, the greater your character grows, the deeper your respect in the eyes of Allah and the world becomes. Imagine a river flowing to the ocean. It faces rocks, bends, obstacles. Sometimes it moves slowly. Sometimes it swirls and struggles. But it does not stop. It does not rage. It does not panic. It flows patiently. It follows its path. It reaches its destination quietly, perfectly, inevitably. Your life, my dear one, is that river. Patience is the flow. Trust in the process. Trust in Allah's wisdom. Pause. Reflect deeply. Every prayer unanswered, every door closed, every expectation unmet, all are opportunities for patience to mature in your heart. All are moments where divine respect is being prepared for you in ways you cannot yet see, in ways only Allah knows, in ways only your soul can eventually feel. Take a deep breath, feel it, believe it. Patience is not waiting idly. Patience is strength. Patience is faith. Patience is a declaration of dignity. And when you finally embrace patience, your life will reflect it. Your soul will reflect it. Your reality will reflect it. Doors will open. Opportunities will arrive. People who honor you will appear. Your life will flow in alignment with the respect, blessings, and divine elevation you deserve. Your life reflects your self-respect. My dear one, come close. Take a deep breath, slowly, and let your heart settle. Tonight I want to speak to you about a truth so simple yet so profound. I want to speak about self-respect. Self-respect is not vanity. Self-respect is not pride. Self-respect is not arrogance. Self-respect is the recognition of your worth. It is the acknowledgement of the dignity Allah placed within your soul the day He created you. It is the act of honoring your own heart, your own mind, your own spirit before expecting the world to honor it. Pause, reflect. Your life, my dear one, is a mirror. It reflects what you allow, what you accept, and what you honor in yourself. If you compromise your peace, your life will feel chaotic. If you ignore your boundaries, your life will feel crowded. If you undervalue your worth, your life will feel small, unnoticed, and unfulfilled. But when you honor yourself, when you value your heart, your time, your dignity, your life begins to reflect it. It begins to mirror the respect, peace, and alignment that you have cultivated within. Imagine a garden, my dear one. If the gardener neglects the soil, if he ignores the weeds, if he fails to nourish the plants, the garden suffers. The flowers fail to bloom. The fruits remain small. Your soul is that garden. Your self-respect is the care, the nourishment, the boundaries that allow your life to flourish. Pause, breathe, reflect. Every time you honor yourself, every time you refuse to settle, every time you protect your peace, your life responds. Your environment begins to reflect that inner strength. Your relationships begin to mirror the dignity you hold within. Your opportunities align with the respect you have chosen to give yourself. Now, my dear one, think about this. How many times have you blamed life for being harsh? How many times have you blamed people for being disrespectful? How many times have you felt unseen, unheard, unvalued? And yet, the first step, the most important step, was always within you. Respect yourself first. Honor your soul first. Value your peace first. Because your life, your surroundings, your relationships all begin to reflect what you have allowed within yourself. Pause, reflect deeply. Think of a river flowing through a valley. If the river is clean, free, and strong, it nourishes everything around it. It brings life to the fields, the forests, and the villages. It shapes the land beautifully, powerfully, gently. But if the river is polluted, blocked, or stagnant, it spreads illness. It withers the land. It harms life instead of nourishing it. Your life is that river, my dear one. Self-respect is the purity, the flow, the strength that allows your life to bless those around it and to bless you. Pause and breathe. Let me speak plainly, my dear one. Self-respect is the foundation of every blessing. It is the silent call to the universe that you are worthy, that your soul is valuable, that your heart deserves honor. Without it, relationships suffer. Opportunities are missed. Peace is fleeting. With it, the world bends toward you. The right people arrive. The right doors open. The right opportunities appear. Your life mirrors your inner honor. Imagine this, my dear one. A mirror reflecting your image. If the mirror is clean, polished, clear, your image appears bright, dignified, and strong. If the mirror is dirty, cracked, or distorted, your reflection is broken, blurred, imperfect. Your self-respect is the clarity of your life's mirror. The more you honor yourself, the more your life reflects dignity, peace, and divine alignment. Now, reflect deeply every time you choose peace over conflict. Every time you choose clarity over chaos. Every time you choose honor over compromise. You are teaching your life how to treat you. You are setting the standard for the world to follow. You are declaring to yourself and to the universe, I am worthy, I am valuable, I am honored. Pause, reflect. There may be moments when self-respect feels lonely. There may be times when others do not understand. There may be times when your heart aches because choosing yourself seems hard. Do not fear it. Do not doubt it. Do not regret it. Every moment you honor yourself, every boundary you set, every act of self-respect strengthens your life, your soul, and your destiny. Imagine again a tree standing tall amidst a storm. It does not bend to every wind. It does not fall for every pressure. It remains upright, strong, and grounded. Your self-respect is your roots. Your dignity is your trunk. Your life reflects the strength of your inner tree, standing tall, unshaken, and aligned with the divine. Pause, breathe, reflect deeply. Your life is not determined solely by circumstances. It is not controlled only by people. It is shaped first by how you treat yourself. It is formed by the honor you cultivate. It is reflected by the respect you give to your soul. And my dear one, when you honor yourself consistently, your life becomes a masterpiece, quietly, perfectly, divinely. My dear one, come close. Take a deep breath, slowly, and let your heart feel tonight's message. Tonight you have heard words meant to awaken, words meant to remind, words meant to elevate. You have been bending, shrinking, giving, sacrificing your peace. And now you know your heart has a voice that deserves to be heard, a soul that deserves to be honored, a life that deserves dignity. Remember this, my dear one. The world may try to push you down. People may misunderstand you. Opportunities may delay. And yet, your inner honor, your self-respect cannot be taken away. It cannot be diminished. It cannot be ignored. If you refuse to ignore it, when you honor yourself, when you stand tall in your truth, when you patiently trust, your life begins to mirror the respect, dignity, and blessings you hold within. Pause, reflect. Every trial you endured, every delay you experienced, every moment of pain was not meaningless. It was shaping you, preparing you, elevating you to a life that aligns perfectly with your soul. And tonight, remember, the smallest act of self-respect, the quietest decision to honor your heart, the courage to walk away from what drains you, creates ripples that reach farther than you can imagine. Your life, your destiny, your soul, all respond to the respect you give yourself. Take another breath and feel it. The power has always been within you. The strength has always been yours. The ability to rise, to shine, to honor was never in anyone else's hands. It was always in yours. So stand tall, be patient, protect your peace, honor your soul, because when you do, the world begins to honor you. Doors open quietly, paths align perfectly, blessings arrive in ways you never expected, in ways only Allah knows, in ways your heart can feel. Pause again, reflect. You are not forgotten, you are not unseen, you are not alone. Tonight, you have been reminded, you have been awakened, you have been elevated, and now it is your choice to step into your dignity, to embrace your worth, to honor yourself, and watch the life Allah has been preparing for you unfold silently, perfectly, divinely. My dear one, as you leave tonight, carry this truth in your heart. Your honor is your power. Your self-respect is your light. Your patience is your path. Your life will always reflect the dignity you give yourself. Stand tall, walk with courage, trust the process, and let your soul rise. Because you were made for blessings, for respect, for a life that mirrors the honor within you. And when you finally understand this, you will never settle, you will never shrink, you will never allow anyone or anything to dim your light again. Take a deep breath, feel it in your heart, and remember, honor yourself and watch Allah elevate you quietly, perfectly, divinely.